What's up guys, it's Fuzzy bringing you back into the whole YouTube scene. What we're going to be talking about today is MLB 17 the show, and more specifically what I hope is in the game. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a little series. What I think I'm going to call this series is MLB 17 the show wish list, just until the game comes out, which I think is next month on the 28th. So today is the 20th of February. So if you're watching this March 20th, go ahead and pick up the game. It should be a pretty good one considering the fact they're updating the graphics on pretty much all the players, and the fielding mechanics that lost me a lot of games are going to be taken out and then implemented with new, more smooth transitions. Not like you're going to be, lollipopping the throw back to the first baseman and David Ortiz beats you out on a ground ball. So that's awesome. But the main thing that we want to focus on today is players and cards and packs and everything that has to do with unlocking characters and players that aren't in the game right now. So if you think back to NBA 2K, Madden, FIFA, they all have the same thing. So if you guys haven't played MLB, just think back to those games that I just mentioned and just know that you can unlock these players through packs and different missions. So that's all that means. So let's get started. So the way this is going to work is we're going to go from seasons that were most recent to seasons that were kind of not old but in the past. So coming in at number 5, we have Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, Fear the Beard, whatever you want to call it, he was a beast. So if we're going to bring up any specific season that he was completely dominant, we're going to go with 2010. So in 2010, get this, Brian Wilson had 48 saves and a 1.81 ERA. So he was completely dominant. And if you've never played MLB before, it's a game that surrounds itself around closers. If you have really good closers, you can have a starter for 3 or 4 innings and then just bring in closers and relievers and they can pretty much seal the deal and give you that W. So Brian Wilson has to be in the game. I think the beard is going to look amazing with the updated graphics and he's got to be a plus. Coming in at number 4, this is kind of an old school player. I don't think many of you have heard of him unless you're pretty into baseball like I am. So this is Jason Bay, and this is Pirates edition Jason Bay. I mean, he was on the Red Sox, the Mets, kind of fell off after that. He's not even playing ball anymore, but 2005 was a special season. He played in 162 games, so his durability stats are going to be off the charts. And if we take a look at his counting stats, so he had 32 home runs, 101 RBIs, and 21 stolen bases to go along with a 306 batting average. So he was an all-around great player. He only had 3 or 4 outfield assists, so his arm might not be the strongest, but I think he makes up for it with his fielding ability and also his all-around, talent. So I think he'd be one of the top 20-ish players in the game when it's all said and done. So coming in at number 3, we have Vladimir Guerrero, the Magician, as I like to call him. I'm not sure if any of the players in the history of baseball have the nickname Magician, but this dude could hit a ball that bounced 4 times, or he could hit a ball that was about to hit him in the face, or he could hit a ball 4 feet out off the plate. So he was a magician. He could hit anything. So if we think back to his best season, I think you have to go with his MVP season, which was 2004, in which he played 156 games. So he only missed 6 games, and he had 39 home runs, 126 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, so he could steal a little bit, and he had a 337 batting average. Also, don't forget this. I don't know if you've ever seen videos of Vladimir Guerrero, but the dude had a cannon. So I think he'd be one of the better overall players in the game. So if you throw in his 2004 season, I think he's up there with the A-Rods and the Tulowitzkis of past seasons. I think he's got to be a 97, 98 rated player, considering his overall ability, the fact that he could steal. I think he had 206 hits, so his contact is going to be off the charts. So he's going to be an amazing player. So coming in at number 2, we have Derek Jeter, pretty much everyone's favorite player back in the day before he retired. And if we're going to pick out any specific season, he's got a bunch of good ones, but I want to go with his 1999 season. He was only 25. He only missed 4 games and had 219 hits. So he's going to be one of the better contact players in the game. And keep in mind that he's a shortstop. So shortstops that are a good offensive weapon are premiums in terms of MLB The Show. So he had 24 home runs, so really good pop, 102 RBIs, which is decent. He was on a stacked team, so I don't know if it was a little swayed that way. And then he had a 349 batting average. So again, he's going to be an amazing overall player, considering I think he didn't win a Gold Glove that year, but he was a pretty decent shortstop with an above average arm. So I think he'd be an amazing all-around player. Maybe not 99 or I think he'd definitely be a diamond, but maybe low 93, 94s. But 99 Jeter would definitely be an amazing addition to the game. Alright, so here we are. Number 1, I know a lot of people are going to be surprised by this one, but coming in at number 1, we have Bo Jackson. Not saying he's going to be the best player, but definitely the player I would be most excited to use, simply because he had 32 home runs, 105 RBIs, and 26 stolen bases, and he missed about 30 games. So if you complete that to a whole season, he's probably pushing 40 home runs, maybe 30-ish stolen bases. He didn't hit too well. I think he hit 256, but he had an absolute rifle for an arm. So considering his speed, power, arm, and fielding ability, I think he'd be easily one of the most fun players to use. Almost like a Reggie Stalker from MLB 16 The Show, but not as good contact. But I think he'd be one of the most feared overall players in MLB 17 The Show. So that's it. That's the top 5 that I came up with. Alright guys, so if you like this video, please leave a comment down below saying, you know, keep up with the series, or we want to see other MLB 17 videos when they come out, or even MLB 16 videos in the meantime. I love baseball. I love talking to you guys. I hope my enthusiasm is evident through this little phone that I'm talking to. But if you guys have any more suggestions, anything at all, just let me know. Peace out, guys.